arrived at 5:30 p.m. and there was no room at Poros port, so I've had to anchor out in the bay in about 15 metres, and got a nice little lightning storm to entertain me for the rest of the evening. It's going to be a tricky one getting into the port tomorrow. Hopefully some spaces will arrive, but I've got some work to do on the boat. I've fitted the Starlink cable today, making it a more permanent fixture. I just sat on the back of Gypsy, just had dinner and a couple of glasses of wine, now having a beer. Sat watching the world go by, people walking past and shops lit up. Very rare I see this. I'm normally out on anchor, but it's very quiet. It's nice to be seeing the hustle and bustle for a change. You can guarantee in a couple of days I get fed up with this, but it's nice for now. Welcome to the port of Poros. I was anchored out there for 2 or 3 days when the storms hit. Just beyond the pirate ship there. He's just tried to moor up, but he's not having much luck. A bit of a wind today, but I'm anchored stern to. Quite safe here, quite cheap as well at €10 a day. Next to the Australian married couple here. They've sailed all the way from Australia. They're only young as well. Came through the Suez Canal. He had a few stories to tell. But yeah, been for a cycle round. Very cloudy today, and I'll have a walk up to the clock tower. Keep gonging every half hour, so I'll have a wander up there. I'm going to stay here for a few days, I think. I'm waiting for a water heating element coming from France, so been to see the guy and he said it's not here yet. So I don't know, I might go and anchor up round the corner. There's a quiet little bay there. It is a bit busy here. I don't mind it so much because I've been out on anchor for 3 days, so a bit of hustle and bustle doesn't matter really. Well, one of the days that when you're stuck in port and the weather's bad, or rather too windy, is revarnish the cockpit table. That's not bad for a first attempt. Managed the chandleries here are great. They actually mix the right colour for you, the right colour varnish as well. So yeah, well pleased with that. Just walking down the quay at Poros. It's a busy old day today because the wind's up a bit, and then it's funny, I know a lot of people don't like big winds. Can't understand why, but hey ho. So tomorrow will be another windy day, I think, so this lot will probably be still here. Bumped into a couple of ladies yesterday. They were with the BBC. I didn't know the BBC had apparently the BBC have their own yacht club, and they charter out boats for the staff. All right for some, eh? So people trying to connect their electrics up to the boat, and there's a few Brits here, not many. A lot of Germans, a few French, mainly Greeks. I'm just trying to find a wheelie bin somewhere, get rid of some of this rubbish, but I'm not having much luck. Well, here I am navigating through the channel at Poros. Very narrow and hectic. It's like boats coming at me from all directions. I've got to stay obviously to the marker to my starboard side, otherwise I'm going to run out of water. I've got about 5 metres under the keel at the moment. So yeah, just trying to find my way, pick my way through this channel at the moment. Try and get back out to open sea. Just on my way to Ermioni, which is probably about 3 hours away. A little wind behind, so catamaran coming the other way. At least he's got his sails up. A lot of them don't. Even though the wind's against him, as you can see, that head sail's flapping a bit. At least he's trying. Quite a busy part of Greece, this. There's another one passing me the other way. He's got his engine on. So yeah, there's a few boats out there. Anyways, 12 knots of wind behind me and nice sun's out, quite warm. Oh, hang on, looks like he's coming about or dropping his sails, one or the other. Good morning from Ermioni. Came off anchor last night and went stern to up to the harbour dock. Checked in with the port police, got my documents stamped, as you do. I'm just had a coffee, having a walk around the headland, around back of the town. Not often you see much greenery in Greece, but I'm going to be sailing along this coast tomorrow to another little port that comes highly recommended. So it's a nice little track, this. Quite a few people said it's a good walk around here. But I'm waiting for the electric guy to turn up. He'll switch the power on where I am, because I could do with charging the batteries up a bit. My solar panels aren't working as well as they should do. So this will do for now. Good morning from a sunny Peloponnese, Greece. I'm just sailing from Ermioni to Porto, just to give you an idea where I am. There's Athens up there, and I'm down here. So I'll just sorry if I got my gloves on, because I'm a lot of sailing today, changing sail positions. So I was in Ermioni last night, which was quite lumpy even in the harbour, so I had a rough night last night. So I've been on the sail all the way around here. It's blowing about 13-15 knots. I'm doing 4 knots over the ground. I'm going to Porto, so hopefully sail all the way up to here and then probably motor that bit there. Have a look outside. Sorry for the wind noise, because it is a bit windy. So blowing 15 knots at the moment. It's the direction I'm heading. I've just got the mainsail up, full mainsail, no reefs. I haven't got the head sail out or anything. I prefer on the main. Being a dinghy sailor, it just feels more natural, really. So yeah, there's a wind coming from that direction. There's a few boats behind me. Yeah, it's all good. Should be there about 1 o'clock. Whew, that was a rough crossing in the end. Right, just coming into Porto now. I think I'll go in there. It looks a bit shallow. That's the church there, look. Okay, over here, but I think I'll anchor there where that big catch is. That seems to be where everybody's going. That's a tender boat for one of the super yachts. They're all in the crisp white uniforms. Probably coming in for supplies. There's a few super yachts out there in the bay. I've just got the dinghy ashore for the first time in Porto. Gypsy's way out there in the distance. I don't know if you can see with the sun shining in, but we've got a sunken schooner out there. I don't know if you can see it, but anyway, so I've just been for a run. So what time is it? 4:30 in the afternoon. There's a Shell station, so they do camping gas. Just got my water from that little supermarket, mineral water, which is there. So yeah, just run along the promenade there into town and back. Just check out a few things. So back tomorrow, get some fuel, back into town. We're just travelling back to Gypsy on the dinghy. I've got a follower, a windsurfer. He's keeping up with me as well. welcome to Porto. Been here since Friday, well, that's about 4 days ago. It's just come ashore with a dinghy on my bike with a trusty shopping bag on the front. Everything I need here. Just there is Chandler's boat supplies. Scuba diving club there. Plenty of bakeries. Supermarket there, but there's a better one further around there. This is the harbour. Now, the harbour wall you can moor up for €14 a day, but it's there's no electricity or water. And just behind there is the marina at €47 a day for electricity and water as extra. So, being the skinflint that I am, I'm not paying any of that. I much prefer to be out on anchor, to be honest. Nice and quiet. Gets a bit noisier at night, but luckily I'm way far out. I can only just barely hear the music. So I've just got some bread in and had a coffee. Had a bit of sandwich for lunch. Don't know what it was. Rather nice though. Tried cycling up that hill. Turned back. So all in all, good day so far. Still in Porto. This is behind the church, looking out to the bay. A few grey clouds today. Just been to get my hair cut by Helen from Canada, who's one of the locals. There's Gypsy, and just the next boat to the right is the Australian couple who I met in Poros. So yeah, it's beautiful little bay. It's very sheltered. That's why I'm here for so long. Some big winds tomorrow, possibly later today. Here we are at the village and port of Koilada. Only a 2 or 3 hours sail from Porto, which I left this morning. I'm anchored up in the bay. That was the entrance we came in at. That harbour is what you might call hostile. Yachts aren't allowed to, even though you can see them, they're locals. But apparently you get things thrown at you if you try and moor up there. So not the friendliest of places. Anyway, the main reason I'm here is, I don't know if you can see in the distance there, is a massive big 100-ton lift. And that beauty is going to be lifting Gypsy out of the water tomorrow morning. It's slightly tricky because Gypsy at the moment is sat in for 3 metres of water under the keel, and it gets progressively shallower as I move towards the travel list. Now they emailed me some instructions to watch for the channel markers because they've cut a channel somewhere there, so I've got to cross across this bit and then turn right and go into the channel, otherwise I'll run aground. It's like being at Fleetwood. Right, just a quick peek around here, just near anchored near this catamaran. So yeah, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so I'll chill out till tomorrow morning, leave the VHF radio on at channel 77 and wait for the call, and then the fun starts. Well, that's Gypsy stored in a boatyard for the next 12 months while I fly home to earn enough to pay for the new paint job she's having on the hull. My 90-day visa expires soon, so I can't return for another 3 months. I have to also buy some various parts as well.